focus. This is Joel Osteen. He's a very popular televangelist in America, and I'm sure they have them in your country. And I studied the old tapes of Oral Roberts, the healers, because they are enacting a form of mind control, mass mind control, ritualistic control of the scene. We're talking about MKUltra. They're actors like Tom Hanks, like Tom Cruise. Anytime you want to lay out there, they have been inducted into the techniques. These are Illuminati techniques. I hate to use these hackneyed terms like Illuminati because the bros have co-opted these terms. They've debased them, but there are certain systems in place. EST is another one by Werner Erhard. There are any number of them that people pay big money in order to master these techniques. Nexium was one of them. The Nexium cult.
Robbins?
Tony Robbins. There you go. You know who Tony Robbins. He's an international phenomenon.
Professor, I was one of the stupid people that paid the money to him to walk over hot coals. I can't believe I did it.
This is a confession.
It was so, I don't drink anymore, but this was during my drinking days. I left after half a day and went to the pub. It was awful.
Oh, I'm so glad I did this talk with you. We found out about your secret history relationship with Tony Robbins.
But it was very, when I went, I looked at it as what on earth is going on? It was like brainwashing because it's like a sermon, everything about, I mean, it's genius, really, from a marketing point of view. He was speaking at a lectern and he tells you everything you're doing wrong. And then when you walk out, there's all of the only thing that can cure you is an alkaline diet, and they've got everything you need to buy. And then after the next talk, it's all set up for something else. So from a marketing point of view, huge respect for him because it works and runs like a well-oiled machine. But I could only see it from that point of view. It was a bit too woke for me.
Mm-hmm. All right. I think that your time was well spent at the pub. Much better. So that's my recommendation. Save your money, go to your local pub, support local business, right? And have fun with your friends. You know, you don't need to buy communion with a bunch of strangers.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think that's going to be the next crackdown, right? Against public houses. What a subversive concept, a public house? The cafes, I mean, cafes, public, these are always hotbeds of organic community agitation and organization. That's why the American prohibition, the amendment to the Constitution said, we're going to outlaw public houses because they didn't want that kind of discussion amongst the people, right? So I'm not against this type of mild intoxication, whether it's through the herb or through alcohol. Okay, I myself am teetotal, but that doesn't mean
now.
Yeah,
I mean,
there you go. Yeah, water's I mean, there's plenty enough chemicals in my water to help to satisfy me. So yeah, I don't mean to come off as a Puritan prig, but because human beings, we need to get outside of ourselves periodically, and that's the function of movies, music, art, ritual, dance, religious services, right? I think it's baked into us, and these people who sell this to us are acutely aware of human psychology, and they exploit it.
Yeah, they really, really do.
Mm-hmm. And we have our friend here, Tom Cruise, who comes out of that background. Does he not? We're not going to touch that third rail, though.
That's interesting, actually, because that's just reminded me of Scientology, and that's a very much a way to control someone, as is Freemasons. There are so many different, like you say, mini they're not small, but societies that exist to keep people under mind control, really.
Yes. And I've been studying recently the role of fear in movies, in media, in order to keep the audience, the human population, in a constant state of hypervigilance and dis-ease and pliability, and make them into highly manipulable future prospects for the next therapy that's being marketed out of Santa Barbara, California. So I've been looking at filmmakers like Roger Corman, because there's filmmakers at all the different levels, for the intellectuals, art films, to the middlebrow people, Christopher Nolan, and also for the teenagers like Roger Corman movies, the real low budget ones, and also popular directors like Professor Wes Craven, known for his Scream series. He was a professor. He was read into the protocol. He knew it. He wanted to be a real filmmaker, but they said, Wes, you're going to do some jobs for us here in the porno. He started as a porno filmmaker in New York. And they said, well, you have some good ideas. Why don't you come out to LA and we'll make some quick bucks making horror films. And before you knew it, he was identified with the Scream franchise. And he traumatized a whole generation of those youngsters who were going to the theater with their girlfriend. They already had anxiety whether they're going to dare to put their arm around the girlfriend in the dark. And there they are, being scared out of their wits, holding each other, mixing together sex and fear and horror. And then they grow up to become professionals at the FBI, and they become congressmen. They have undergone generational trauma through these movies. Wes Craven. And it's interesting to note that Roger Corman, who claims never to have lost any money on his cheapo movies, I never used to watch them because they were so awful. He made tons of money. He started out, he has a degree in, guess what? Engineering. He's an engineer. He's re-engineering the built environment, and he's engineering the soul. And he's got his degree from none other than Stanford University. People keep talking about, oh, SRI, the bros, the dude shows go, yeah, SRI, yeah, Andrei Pruharich and Uri Geller and Hal Puthoff. They just name check these people over and over and over, do the bros. But do they talk about Roger Corman is coming out of Stanford University? No. And he's more important than all of them combined.
I've just thought, Professor, actually, it's just triggered a thought. You were talking about traumatize. Kanye West has been positioned as someone that's crazy within the mainstream media. I've got my own thoughts on that. I actually think he's a genius. However, he has spoken about the Hollywood entertainment industry formula being traumatized then monetize, and that's exactly what you were saying is how it goes.
Absolutely. If you have any hookups, please let Ye know that I'd like to cooperate with him on a concept album. I think he needs to come out. He needs, I mean, you're from the PR world. I'm sure your Rolodex is extensive, but I think a concept album, traumatize to monetize. There you go. You've got the concept, the master concept. That'll be wonderful. And you'll have a whole new cohort of Zoomsters, Generation Z, who are going to get into the Ye camp, They're already partly there. They're already rebelling against MAGA. There's sort of an intergenerational conflict. That's why people like that Nick Fuentes is getting a lot of play. By the way, his net worth is about $1 million.
Really?
Yeah, that twerp Nick Fuentes, he's a nobody and a nothing, and he's obnoxious as hell, is worth somewhere between $1 to $2 million US dollars. Yeah, not bad money for a professional agitator. There's big bucks to be made here. What am I doing here on YouTube? I'm missing out on the land grab, on the money grab here. Tell me.
Well,
I
once
need
you
a
do your
PR
album,
professional. Pardon me?
I left PR because I couldn't do the mind control, and it's too it's a murky world, Professor. But once you get hooked up with Kanye West, you will be on
Okay.
a bigger stage with the big bucks, and you know how
Oh,
to control people's minds. So
oh my gosh. We'll break it down. I like rhymes. I've liked him from the beginning, and he has a radically skeptical attitude on all institutions. And of course, someone like that is going to be characterized as a nutcase, as a crazy man, especially a crazy black man. This is a image that's been cultivated by the mind buggers themselves. Martin Lawrence, Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murray, all of these characters, when they get out of control of the Harley, forgot the guy's name, Harley Pasternak. Yeah. If they get out of control of the Harley Pasternak, they are characterized as crazy ass N-word. And a lot of people believe, I think, man, that's crazy. They are the rebels. They are like Toussaint Louverture of the Haitian Revolution. They are like the real Professor Griff of Public Enemy.
Shaun has told me there's a stream afterwards. So at 8:22 p.m. we have to go. Now, I want to ask you one final question.
Please.
That the Harley Pasternak figure was Kanye West's personal trainer. Nothing really adds up. Obviously, we don't have time to go into his background. But Kanye wasn't playing ball, and we've seen it with Britney Spears as well. Something Kanye has said is that you have to sacrifice someone in Hollywood to further your career. And when I looked into it, there is a consistent track record of a lot of people being unalived and a lot of famous people not having family members now. And the rabbit hole runs deep on that. Is there any truth with that, Professor?
I believe there is. Usually it's a family member, such as a parent. And it's not just in the movie business, the recording industry, but it's also in areas, we're talking about black people in specific, also in sports, professional sports. Unless these sports characters, such as Michael Jordan, for example, the basketball player, unless they kick back some money, because they have these huge contracts, but the understanding is you're going to kick a lot of it back to us. Unless they do, they're going to kill one of your parents. And sure enough, his father was murdered at curbside, Michael Jordan. And they said, oh, it was a gambling deal. Michael Jordan is also known for being a gambler. And I'm saying this is because I'm warning all these athletes, whether they're footballers in England, international FIBA basketball players, NBA players, NFL, American football, or my people, the yellow people who are playing Major League Baseball, my LA Dodgers, Los Angeles Dodgers, right? Shohei Ohtani, Roki Sasaki, Yamamoto, $3 trillion franchise players from Japan, yellow guys. They need to hook up with the yellow mobsters, because they're going to be screwed out of their contracts, or have something untoward happen to them or their families when they are pressed, when they're extorted, because they don't own anything. Look at the ownership of the LA Dodgers. Guess who owns it? Their family name, Guggenheim. All right. I don't know if it's that banking extraction South African Guggenheim family, but probably so. So the reason why I go on these shows here is not to respond and to repeat these bromides like the bros do. I want to anticipate problems. So I'm warning my fellow yellows who have this kind of stack built up, start getting prepped right now. Get ready, because it's coming down. So yay, I'm reaching out to you, bro. Let's do it. We're going to do sports, everything, music, entertainment, film. This is going to be the comeback, and you're going to own all of it, brother. The publishing, the distribution. Just think, it's going to create generational wealth for the West family.
And we're right to think that Kanye West is under no mind control, I would assume.
No, he's not. We are the ones that are being mind buggered from that. There's another American celebrity who's being held under, it's called conservatorship, right? If you're
Wendy
in the
Williams.
Exactly. So if you're a law student out there, there's a whole field for you to be making money on, to overthrow that. Britney Spears, all those people we've been talking about. There's something in this endeavor, Ms. Lund-Farrow, for everybody, for all interests, whether you're a creator, a lawyer, an economist, a bookkeeper, a representative, even a PR person. This is a fantastic opportunity for Generation Z people to get on the ground floor, because the whole system needs to be overturned and replaced with something human. Yeah, conservatorship. All you kids who are studying law, man, there's your entree point right there. Thank you.
Professor, it's always amazing to talk to you. You are an incredibly sharp mind, but you just leave with so much to think about. I can never sleep after I've spoken to you, because my mind's just going off in a million different directions. But I'd love for you to come back soon and talk again on this, because it's such a big subject that has been so misrepresented by the bros and the dudes. So
Yeah.
it's great to be able to let viewers know where to look. If you could give viewers one book, just one book to read between now and the next stream we do.
Well, I would say read the short stories of Agatha Christie.
Okay.
That seems like an unlikely source, but she's one of the most widely published authors in the English language. She's the creator of, as you know, Hercule Poirot. There are movies, television shows, both in Britain and in America, made on that. And for our purposes, Miss Marple. And she's a proper late Victorian lady, all dressed up in lace. And she seems so respectable and kind and innocent. But you know what? She knows the evil and the darkness of humanity and always succeeds in revealing it. We get such great satisfaction out of that.
Well,
so let's keep that going.
Let's get some books, the book that Professor Hamamoto suggested, and we will put another live stream in with him too. Sorry, hang on. It's that 3-letter agency trying to choke me, Professor. Hang on.
No, we've been doing a lot of talking.
Please do follow Professor Hamamoto on YouTube so we can unsuppress his YouTube channel, and head over to his Patreon. And if you fancy, give me a follow on YouTube. I'm Lauren the Insider, and hit the like button on this. And Shaun has another stream starting, I'm told, within minutes. So we will love you and leave you, and enjoy the next stream, everyone.